I would make a winged boot that could make you fly.
Talk about a wingtip, am I right?
Boo. Okay, welcome to Nick's Boots from start to finish. I'm your host, Tyler Mount. I've got Lucas. I've got Kelsey, the huge. We are doing a company update episode. Got a lot going on, as we always do. That is our bag. We keep it moving. We are sharks. You must always be swimming, or you will drown. Literally drown in water. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Sharks will actually suffocate.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got to keep running water over their gills.
Yep.
Pretty sick.
So do they just inherently like move when they're sleeping?
I think they look for like a current, so it's.
Oh, interesting.
And I think, well, you know how like cows can sleep standing up and horses and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Nature's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
If you could sleep in any position,
I'd sleep standing up.
what would it be, Kelsey?
It would be the ability to fall asleep on an airplane.
Okay.
Like asleep, not like those mediocre naps you take.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Second icebreaker question. I can fall asleep sitting up, no problem. I wish I could fall asleep standing up.
Okay.
Just stand in place and sleep.
Lucas the horse.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. I've got a lot going on. So, first up, you may have noticed, hopefully this will be resolved. Kelsey has assured me, she's sworn to me that this will be resolved by the time this comes out on Tuesday. But we are in a transition period with the marketplace. We're building in some new functionality. Right now it's under construction. It's Thursday. She tells me it's supposed to be live tonight.
Yeah.
But that will include some additional functionality that you guys have been asking for, like make an offer, tracking, the boots to see if the price drops. The interface will be a lot smoother. It will go up. The boots will go up much more quickly. You won't have to send it in and kind of wait 3 days or sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower depending on the volume. Yeah. So that has been a big initiative for us this year. We've already, should we talk about the numbers?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Do we want to? No, we're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a great tool, and we're about to make it better. So stay tuned.
I think the listing process will be much more streamlined. Like you said, they'll go up faster, but also the process of like selecting your options. You'll kind of be able to, if you have a Builder Pro you're listing, you can pick the Builder Pro, and it'll help kind of populate some of that stuff. What
about MTOs? Are those going to be?
So there's still the option to you can pick the lace-up MTO, and then you can also custom fill in your specs if the specs aren't there. And then obviously if it's not a Nix brand, then you can just fill in the information yourself. So it'll be a lot cleaner. It won't be a Google form. It'll be kind of built in.
Yeah. So hopefully it's perfectly seamless. I don't think anything we've launched ever is, but if it is seamless, Kelsey gets, what do you want, Kels? Reasonably. I did give you a sausage lunch. We got our Seidel sausage in.
Yeah.
And you had some crackers and some sausage.
I did, yeah.
Surprise, Seidel makes
I love the cheese they send with that.
Yeah.
Yes, the crumbly.
It was really
cheddar?
good.
It's cheddar,
I'm
right?
pretty sure it's cheddar. I didn't look at the thing, but I think it's a sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
For clarity, Seidel sends us a meat and cheese package every Christmas.
And it's a big day. It's
It is.
sausage day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get your box, or did they only send one box?
I only saw one box. Sometimes they send two.
They used to send two.
Oh, man. Hopefully
Awkward.
Seidel's not experiencing
Sign
some
of the
problems.
times.
Yeah. That's too bad. Jeez. Uh-oh.
We'll have to talk to them about that.
Yeah. Man. Okay. Well, they just lost one load of leather.
Dang.
Yeah, it's tough. Marketplace transition should be live as of Friday, December 18th. So that'll be good. Okay. we've also got some. I'm sorry. Yeah, December 18th. Okay, we've got our friends at Buck Knives. We are partnering with them. We're going to sell some knives.
Yeah.
And we're going to make some sweet sheaths out of our beautiful leathers. Luke is getting those dies in right now, so those will be launching relatively shortly.
I think they just arrived at his desk.
Awesome.
Today.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
We did like a collab with, I think I've mentioned this before. What was it? Something Wild.
Zach in the Wild. He did a video. Yeah.
So we did something like quite a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. It looked great, and that'll be available on like 119, 120.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's right. So they're most popular fixed blade knives.
Yeah. So we are an official dealer of Buck Knives. So I think we brought in 4 styles of
4
knives.
models. So they're new. Range, I think, axial lock, axis lock. The venerable 110. Because those 2 will fit into your boot pocket.
Yep.
So we'll also be selling them, alongside the boot knives, boot knife pockets, and then of course the sheaths for the 110, the 120, and the 119.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully that goes well. I don't know, like the sheaths that I see out there, they're super cheap. These won't be as cheap as that, but they're not gonna be like crazy expensive. But I think it'll be cool because you can get matching. I don't know if you want to match your belt, if you want to match your belt or your boots.
Yeah.
But they'll be available in like Wicked and Craig and Horween and Seidel, Buffalo. I'm sure you can get Bison. So you should really be open to kind of all of our leathers. I think there's even something we talked about, like maybe monogramming them or something like that, or at least hot stamping, hot pressing those. So yeah, I think we can offer kind of a cool, unique sheath option out there at a fairly reasonable price. I don't think we're gonna be as cheap as like $30 stuff, No. But it's better leather too.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the limited leather switch?
So for December, it is Spokane
Steel.
Yep. So we had Desperado Cinnamon, suede.
Oh, just the switch over, normal switch over.
Yeah. So the November leather was Desperado Cinnamon. That will have turned off by the time this video airs. The 19th was your last day to get it. And Spokane Steel is now available for a month. It's a really cool leather. I really like it. It's got the same kind of tone as Wicket and Craig Slate, or it's got kind of like the brown tones within the gray.
But it should stay gray longer. It's struck through.
Yeah.
It's a modified chrome pack, so super durable, very water resistant.
Yep.
This leather was used for industrial seals, and then we veg tanned it to give it some visual interest. We hope you'll consider it. It's a beautiful leather, and I think works really well as a heritage boot or as a work boot.
Yeah.
We've got the 7 days of St. Nick's for Nickmas coming up. When is that?
I believe. Let me double check, but I think it starts on Christmas Day.
Okay.
And then runs through the end of December.
I think you're wrong. I think it's the 26th.
I'm looking at the calendar right now.
Dominic said he will. Okay, whatever.
We're moving it to the 26th.
Well, just because nobody shops on Christmas Day. But maybe they do. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. It'll be the 25th or 26th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming up here shortly, and that'll kind of run through basically the beginning of the new year. So you'll see a variety of different promotions, and then it'll be culminating in the release of the Palouse, basically, re-release of the Palouse. You will see this weekend a gift card. Well, sorry. If you have been paying attention, you will have seen a gift card promo drop this coming weekend. It's Thursday right now. The day that this podcast comes out on Tuesday will be the last day of that gift card promo. So grab them while you can. Any last minute needs, you can throw it in a stocking or make it the centerpiece of your gift giving strategy.
What is the promo? They ask.
I don't know.
What is the promo?
You're in these meetings. I'm not in these meetings.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the one we do like every year. So it's spend $450, get $500.
Okay, so it's like 10% off.
Yeah.
Gift cards. Cool. We are not going to let you stack this, rascals. Last year, you guys will figure. Some unscrupulous people, figured out they could buy a gift card, get the discount, use the inflated value of the gift card to buy another gift card, and it's turtles all the way down, man.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, you will not be able to do that. I do have to pay for people and things, so. Apologies.
You're not just handing out free money for Christmas?
No.
Dang.
Yeah, I already mentioned the Palousas, so that'll be at the end of the Nixmas / 7 Days of St. Nick's. We do have a new Rosambo collab coming out in January. I actually think this will be super freaking awesome. It's going to be one of the new core leathers in a different color. Kind of a new and improved pattern on one of our boots. And, fortunate to have Weston at RA to help us launch that. So that pattern will be available in subsequent periods in like our normal leathers, but this is an opportunity to get it in kind of that, exclusive hyphen core leather. I don't want to give away, I don't know if it's out yet, but anyway. So that will be super cool, and we'll, be cutting that in half, and you can see what, all the cool things about it. And it'll be
cool. This is the first collab we've done with him that isn't an ND, kind of outside that series.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
So not necessarily, I mean, all our boots are pretty rough and tough. So, but, not necessarily like super limed and patchy or, overlaid jungle boot stuff. But a similar vibe, if you fit into an ND, you'll be able to fit into this. It'll be the same last. Excited. I've got a new employee starting in January, Justin Meebs. He's joining us. He's processing out of the Army as an Army Ranger. He's going to help us out with the content side. So we'll be doing a lot of rappelling from helicopters, kicking indoors, I think, just around the building. Okay.
Just around the building.
Yeah. Drone warfare.
Gotcha.
A lot of cool stuff like that.
He's going to train everyone in practical parkour.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, no. So super proud to have somebody from the Special Operations Service in here, and think obviously that skill set will fit really well from a kind of content planning and creation and ideation standpoint, he's a local guy, knows a lot of people around here. So, I think it'll also help with us kind of, we'll try and connect more with our customers, like on a video basis, tell their stories, just a lot of different ideas that this opens up for us, and, excited and proud to have him on board. So, I'm going through this kind of fast. Okay. I don't know. Stop. Any thoughts on any of this?
I mean, you'll be starting in January, correct?
Yep.
We've been bringing a few people on recently. Like we've got 2 new customer service people.
Yep. Nix is gearing up, baby.
Yeah. Growing a little bit. We also got new person in small goods.
Yeah. Well, that was the next thing. So I was seeing if there was anything you wanted to review.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You kind of stole my thunder there.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Apologize. I'll be quiet now.
No.
Please
Kelsey,
don't be quiet on the podcast.
Please don't be quiet on the podcast. Thank you.
Kelsey, do you have any thoughts?
That's not a thought. That's not a thought, dude.
Sorry. I'm also excited for Justin to start.
Yeah, I know you are. So Justin's going to help. Kelsey, should we talk about Kels?
Sure.
Okay. So Kelsey has a videography background. So we plucked her out of the Spokane Falls Community College videography program. And so she's very talented. But, it's a lot of pressure being a slave to the algorithm here.
Sure is.
Mm-hmm. And I find there's an irony in this, right? Because we are actually having a very strong year from an impressions and kind of view growth standpoint.
Yeah.
And Kelsey's still not happy, So we're going to move old Kels. I think there's still going to be, I think it's going to be a decently long period.
Yeah, it's going to be a long transition.
But we're going to move her, she's going to move herself over into more of a kind of a merchandising focus. So, when like we launch a new product and maybe it's Spokane steel and like the waxed flesh is not available, as an option on it because Lucas Grasberg is in charge of doing the product setup. Or when we create a belt and Luke Larson adds it and it cannot be purchased in certain states because the shipping settings are mucked up. We're going to have somebody who's just really focusing on making sure that's right.
Yeah,
and this is not so much a criticism of the Lucases. They have a lot going on. So we think we're kind of at the point where the reduction in lost sales due to merchandising errors justifies having somebody really focused on that. So that is Kelsey.
Yeah.
Kelsey's strengths, incredibly organized. She's a generally fun person to be around, even though she can't take anything seriously.
Sorry, I don't know
can't.
why I laughed at that.
Whatever.
So we think that attention to detail and growing familiarity with the site back end and the way things are going, I think makes us a stronger customer or company and provides a better customer experience. So we are bringing the pain to online merchandising.
Yeah,
and I'm firing the Kelsey Lursback missile at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Wow.
I will say,
Is it a missile or a potato cannon?
Ooh.
Wait.
I'd be a potato cannon.
Okay.
I'm excited. I will say, I do miss things sometimes, and I think I've brought it up in the past before, where it's like I think merchandising can be kind of a full role, and in the past we haven't really had a strong need for it, so it's been kind of a thing that me and Luke do on the side of everything else, and we've grown to the point where now it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, certainly an item setup and kind of the dynamism around that is part of it, but it's also like how do we improve the purchase flow and the checkout and the buying guide and how we communicate options, communicate information, and I think the content background is a really nice segue into that. So super excited and happy to have you taken over that.
I do find it kind of funny. You went to school for videography.
Mm-hmm.
You started here. You're doing videography. You decided, I don't really want to do that. I want to do something else. I initially started going to school for graphic design and business marketing, and was like, I want to do the website stuff here. And I started doing the website stuff here, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I've shifted to more of like a operational QC product position, and you've shifted into the merchandising position, and it's just everyone's kind of finding their spot.
It's a ragtag group of people I've collected here.
Yep.
And I just take you, I squish you together, roll you up, and make you into this beautiful little ball of quirky Play-Doh.
Quirky Play-Doh.
Nick's
boots were all quirky Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Is
Absolutely.
that 2026's
That
no,
vision
it's gonna
board?
be more. It's gonna be more mean and aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Someone. It's funny. Someone did ask me what our new objectives are for 2026.
Okay,
I'm
I
thinking about it.
need to release those.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going through like budgeting and raises and.
Oh, I meant the objectives that are internal objectives.
No, I know, but like that's part of the planning process.
That's fair.
So like the marketing plan and the new product development plan. I asked Dominic, you need to get with Dominic, and we're gonna actually hold you and production to some of these deadlines because we're gonna have to be relying on them from a sales standpoint.
Yeah.
We've got to find another 10% or so. So we're gonna do it. It's not gonna it's gonna be hard, but if it was easy,
Everyone would be
our
doing it.
competitors would do it. Okay. Yeah, another person is okay. So the last thing I have. What?
Sorry.
What?
I was going to say, this is a surprise. So Lucas spoiled it already.
I'll just leave.
What'd you say?
No,
because
he,
because I said someone else was starting in small goods. We thought that's what you were getting into.
Oh no.
Oh.
We've got our new bottom program, Boot of the Month. Kelsey loves that name.
I hate it.
And so we'll be, I think I already talked about this, but that'll be going live in January. So basically we'll highlight a special leather, or special combination, or a variety of different factors can go into it. It'll be going into the legacy kind of lead time / section. You can get it relatively quickly. And it's just kind of a way for us to, A, I'm not going to lie to you, get some sales, and B, highlight some things that we think are cool. New features, I think play around with some things.
Yeah, it gives us a chance to try out some new things. We're not sure if we want to release on like a large scale.
Yeah, and so like some of you are going to be annoyed, you changers, the people who love to change things. We're not going to let you if it's a totally new revolutionary feature, it'll just be available on this boot because we want to test it out, see demand. You can't necessarily go back and add it to everything. Because we need to test it out. Okay. And then the other thing we just went live with was order scheduling automation.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we found a great group of local developers. And so rather than having an individual, kind of like in the Matrix or, like Minority Report, where they're just like the lines of code and leather types and heel types and everything are just kind of, running through a screen. Now we have a computer that will help you do that.
Yeah. Because right now, well, not right now, I guess previous to this, before the scheduling software went live, we had probably 10 different Google Sheets with like 5 tabs each of like tracking what leathers are open, what the lead times are, what the leather is, what leather we have in stock, forecasting, and all of this stuff to try and figure out just what 60 or what boots we're putting in that day and making sure everything gets done. And it's a lot of it is just like if you plug it into a calculator, it can do it for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should make life a lot easier. It should make it so that we can give customers a much better forecast into when their orders should be going in.
And same with the tanneries.
Yeah.
And the heel people and the soles.
So this is something we'll continue to build out and make more and more sophisticated as we go. But like one thing we were talking about, me and Sarah, who now does production coordinating, is, we can schedule out orders 3-4 months in advance. And that way, if you call and you ask customer service, when's my boot starting, they can give you an exact date that it's expected to go in the long term. So it's kind of what we're hoping for.
Okay. So what's next after that? So we've got a series of kind of automation / hopefully ways to make both the customer experience better and the customer service experience better. So the next project is self-serve order changes. And so that is what we're starting on now. It's a little TBD on exactly how it's going to work. Essentially, the pivot point on that is, will you be able to edit the order but be restricted to the original options that were available on it? That is my guess on where you'll end up. Now, it's not like perfect, but that should cover a lot of stuff, depending on what you order, but like leather type, sizing. Yeah. If you want to change to a completely different type of boot, we'll still have to do that manually. But I'm hoping this can like knock down it's not that we don't want to talk to you, but it's also like, one, it's, there's a cost to it, but two, it's inconvenient, right? It's like you got to sit on the phone or you got to, shoot off an email and wait to hear back, and there's some anxiety about that.
I think there's a lot of people who place an order and while they're waiting for their order, they're still kind of in that discovery phase of like, let me double check my size 1 or 2 more times, or, this leather I didn't even see the first time around. And so they want to change those things. So it makes it, the hope is you can just go to your order confirmation and change those things on the fly, and it'll just do it for you.
Yep.
We were talking about perhaps like, and I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, and then, customers who are watching this also, maybe for the order change software, it's like the top 5 things or 6 things that get changed are the changeable things: size, leather, height, things like that. And then anything further is still a customer service touch point, mostly for the sake of compatibility.
Yep.
Because
it's all about compatibility, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't just open up every single option because you just don't know if it'll actually work together.
Yeah. Because like if you want to add a lineman patch on your boot, but your boot has a mock toe, then it's like, actually we can't do those 2 things together. So then we have to reach out to you after you've already paid the upcharge and say, actually, hey, this doesn't work. Here's your money back. Yeah. So I think we'll go that route and just do the top things that people like to change that we know typically has no compatibility issue. So that should cover probably 80% of changes.
Yeah, so you'll be seeing, this is not even including like our 3 super top secret things that are coming next year, Q1-ish, which I think will be exciting and controversial. So I kind of look forward to that.
I have one more thing that's not on this list.
Yes, sir.
I just got a sample jacket from our boys.
Oh, yeah, you did. So I was going to ask you about that. Okay.
Yeah. It looks nice. Is it chocolate color?
It's mahogany.
Mahogany. Which leather is that? Is it Seidel?
Yeah, it's
our Seidel mahogany.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like obviously much lighter weight.
It feels really nice.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little of a distressed feel to it. So it
It's got a really nice, soft,
almost like
hand feel.
if you're familiar with like Predator Orange or something like that, it does take on character relatively easily, but I still think it looks great. That's kind of the point of it. And I would say our leather jacket makers, like they're not working with Italian calf here, and
Sure.
and leather jackets are tough, right? Like it's tough to match up the panels. It does kind of lead you to a certain type of leather. I think if you're, one of the more like established brands, and we're trying to tie that in with our footwear. And so like having a more distressed look makes that frankly easier.
Yep.
I still think it looks awesome, but it does kind of make it a little bit easier to make. And maybe, the expectation from the customer is not like, okay, this is going to be like perfectly aligned from a color, gradient standpoint. It's not that it's, sorry, I shouldn't say that, but it will pick up character. Like it's going to have some.
I don't envy them because like they're working with such big pieces of leather. Like when we're cutting boots, we can look for small imperfections and even color variation on a single hide and be like, okay, avoid that for this boot, make it all this one. But when you're working with pieces this big for the back panel of a jacket, it's so much harder to.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking like three hides or three sides that are going into this, and I mean, so that's why like for $1,200, it's, and honestly in the leather jacket world, it's kind of a bargain. And so you get it, it's made in the U.S. It's quite pretty. We did take down the thickness a bit from, if you're familiar with like our initial runs, and so now this is like down to like the 2.5 ounce range. It's still pretty burly, but not quite as overly ridiculous as some of the ones we've done in the past. So I hope that appeals to more people. It makes it appropriate for like a wider temperature range.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it looks great. I'm excited for it.
Good call out. Miss Lursbach, is there anything you would like to cover before we adjourn?
No.
We have a Christmas party this Saturday. I don't know if you know that.
Who does?
The office.
I do too.
Oh, okay. Well, you're invited to the Christmas party this Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
What do you
6
mean?
p.m. After work.
Here?
Yeah. Like we do every year.
I actually have a Christmas party at my house.
Oh. It was going to be Friday, but.
I thought it was Friday.
Yeah, they changed it.
Oh. I can't make it.
Dang. But yeah, we do our white elephant gift exchange every year. We got our $15 thrift store find.
So I changed it. We used to do a white elephant. Not for you guys.
I was like, wait, what?
Changed it for us. We used to do a white elephant. And I was like, some of this stuff sucks, right? It'd be like, some people are like super lazy and they get like a $15 Starbucks card.
Yeah.
Some people are really creative, like moi.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I gave out, or I contributed a 69-degree wedge in golf.
Oh, okay.
There's no such thing as a 69-degree wedge.
Gotcha.
But it's 69, so nice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like a novelty club. But the person who won it actually does play with it, which I think is hilarious.
Nice.
So this year we're doing your favorite things. So that's the gift exchange. So bring one of your favorite things.
Oh, okay.
That's fun.
That is fun. That's why I do like we do. It's here at work we do $15 thrift store finds. So it's like
that's cool. I mean, as long as it's something cool. Like I just feel like sometimes when I've done it, like half the people bring something nobody wants. So there's no like swapping or stealing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, how do we kind of juice?
I think
this
with
up
the
a little
thrift
bit?
store, the things that people bring are so chaotic.
it's typically like
That
try and find the most cursed item you can
That's
for
fun.
$15.
yeah. So it turns into a whole thing.
Like last year, I got a Radio Shack monkey. So it's this little monkey that plays the radio, and it's got Radio Shack on it. And the dials for volume and tuning just so happen to be placed in a very odd spot on the chest, so that when you're turning the dials, it looks like you're like
pinching the nipples.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, no, like that's cool. I know. I think that's fun. The best gift exchange I was a part of, I used to be in charge of like product development and graphic design and e-commerce anyway, but it was very like creative arts crafty type people. And then so you came to the gift exchange, it was like 25 people. You had to have made it.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And there was some really cool stuff. People spent a lot of time on that. Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
No, just, happy holidays, I guess.
Yeah.
This is coming out 23rd.
Tuesday. Yeah. So this will be our last podcast before Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful time with family and friends. Don't work too hard. Or do, if that's what you want to do. And from the Nix family to yours, we appreciate you listening. We appreciate you thinking of being a customer or being a customer or just wanting to hear something about a boot company. But yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful day and Merry Christmas to all. And to all, a good night. Bye.